They tell you it's harmless. They tell you every man does it. But as a prostate doctor, I can tell you this one quiet habit is slowly enlarging your prostate and draining your vitality. You might think it's just age. You might tell yourself it's normal after 60. But what if I told you it isn't? Every week, men your age walk into my office, tired, frustrated, embarrassed. They whisper about weaker erections, constant bathroom trips, that heavy pressure down there that never goes away. And behind all of it is the same hidden cause they never expected. Not diet, not genetics. It's the habit they've been repeating for years, thinking it helps them relax. A habit that quietly inflames the prostate, strangles blood flow to your penis, and weakens the muscle that once made you feel like a man. Harvard and NIH studies confirm it. The chronic prostate inflammation is directly tied to reduced erection quality and lower testosterone. And once the swelling begins, it doesn't stop until you change the behavior causing it. If you've noticed weaker flow, fatigue, or fading desire, your body isn't betraying you, like it's warning you. The good news? Once you understand what triggers this inflammation, you can stop it, heal your prostate, and reclaim the strength you thought was gone. So stay with me, because the habit you think is harmless might be the one silently stealing your manhood. Before we go deeper, I want to hear from you. Have you noticed your prostate changing the way you feel as a man? Maybe you're waking up at night to urinate more often. Maybe your erections aren't as strong, or maybe deep down you've started to feel invisible, like your body just isn't responding the way it used to. Write a comment below with the words prostate health if this sounds familiar. You'd be surprised how many men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s are quietly fighting the same battle. Tired of pills, tired of silence, just wanting to feel normal again. And when you comment, don't hold back. Talk about your energy, your confidence, your erections, because your words help another man realize he's not alone. Hit subscribe so you never miss what's coming next. This isn't just another men's health channel. No, it's a brotherhood, a place where you can finally speak the truth about your prostate, your penis, and your power without shame. His name was George Miller, 67 years old, retired engineer, a man who built bridges, raised two sons, and never once complained about pain. When George came to see me, he looked healthy, fit, steady, sharp eyes, but his voice was low when he said, "Doc, I can't make it through the night without getting up 3 times. And my erections, they're just gone." I'm Dr. Catherine Rocker, a men's health specialist who spent 30 years treating the hidden problems most men never talk about, the ones that quietly steal their strength, their energy, and their confidence. George wasn't alone. Every day, men like him walk in thinking it's just old age. But after a few tests, the truth becomes painfully clear. Their prostate is enlarged, inflamed, and cutting off blood flow not only to the bladder, but to the penis itself. George's results showed what I've seen 1,000 times. The prostate, that small gland right below your bladder, was swollen to nearly twice its normal size. It was pressing on the urethra, the same channel that carries both urine and semen. That's why he had trouble urinating and couldn't maintain an erection. He was stunned. But I don't drink, don't smoke, I eat clean. How could this happen? So I asked him something most doctors never do. "George, how often are you stimulating yourself alone?" He hesitated, then nodded. "Almost every night. It helps me relax." And there it was, the silent culprit. See, repeated mechanical stimulation without recovery keeps the prostate in a constant state of pelvic congestion. The tissues swell. The tiny blood vessels, the endothelial lining, become inflamed. Over time, that inflammation turns chronic, what Harvard researchers call endothelial dysfunction, the same process that weakens erections and increases your risk of prostate enlargement. The Journal of Sexual Medicine reports that men with ongoing pelvic congestion have up to a 42% higher chance of developing prostate inflammation and erection problems. George had no idea. He thought he was helping his body, releasing tension. But in reality, he was keeping his prostate under constant pressure. Every night, every week for years. So, I told him the truth. I tell every man who sits in that chair, it's not your age, it's not bad luck. It's the inflammation your prostate can't recover from, caused by habits you were never warned about. And once we changed those habits, the results shocked even him. Because the body, when given rest and circulation, knows exactly how to heal. The real danger isn't just the habit itself, it's what it does silently, day after day, inside your body. When you're under stress, sitting too long, or overstimulating yourself, your prostate never gets to rest. It stays swollen, congested, and inflamed. Doctors call this chronic pelvic inflammation, and it's now considered one of the leading causes of prostate enlargement in men over 60. Inside your pelvis, the prostate is surrounded by thousands of tiny blood vessels, what scientists at Harvard call the endothelial network. When this lining becomes damaged, blood flow weakens. That same process, known as endothelial dysfunction, also limits the blood supply that keeps your erection strong. It's like the plumbing in your house. Once the pipes are clogged, nothing flows the way it should. According to the National Institutes of Health, over 50% of men past 60 experience some form of this vascular breakdown. The result? Poor circulation, swelling, and a heavier, more tender prostate. But the physical side is only half the story. The other half is invisible. Every time you feel ashamed or anxious about your performance, your body floods with cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol thickens prostate tissue, lowers testosterone, and restricts nitric oxide, the very compound that triggers healthy erections. It's a cruel cycle. Stress tightens the muscles around your prostate, inflammation rises, your penis becomes less responsive, and your confidence starts to fade. The Journal of Urology reported that men with chronic pelvic tension are 48% more likely to develop prostate enlargement and erection issues. So when you feel that dull ache, that weaker flow, or that loss of drive, it's not just getting older. It's inflammation, pressure, and poor blood flow slowly building up from years of habits no one warned you about. But here's the hopeful part. Your prostate is not beyond repair. Once you remove the triggers and restore circulation, that same network of blood vessels can rebuild itself, and your erections, energy, and vitality can return stronger than before. Here's the truth most men never hear. You can shrink your prostate and restore your erections naturally without a single pill. Dr. Catherine Rotker teaches every patient 3 simple steps that bring real results. No gimmicks, no fake promises, just science and consistency. Step 1, the anti-inflammatory reset. Each morning, start your day with warm water, 1 teaspoon of flaxseed oil, and a pinch of turmeric. Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, has been shown in NIH clinical trials to reduce prostate inflammation by up to 30%. Flaxseed oil adds omega-3s that soothe the tissue and improve circulation to your prostate and penis, helping reverse that low-level swelling that's been building for years. Step 2, the pelvic drainage walk. After every meal, walk for 10 minutes, even around the house. Harvard Health research shows that light walking increases pelvic blood flow by up to 40%, easing the congestion that causes prostate enlargement. Movement clears out trapped fluid and boosts oxygen delivery to the tissues that control erections. Step 3, prostate recovery nights. For the next 2 weeks, give your body a break. No stimulation, no pressure, no friction. Think of it as a detox for your prostate. During this rest period, inflammation naturally drops, testosterone stabilizes, and the nerves linked to your penis begin to reset. In studies from the Journal of Sexual Medicine, men who reduced stimulation frequency saw measurable decreases in prostate volume within 21 days and reported firmer morning erections. Add 1 Brazil nut a day for selenium and a handful of pumpkin seeds for zinc, both proven to support prostate health and nitric oxide production. And don't underestimate hydration. A steady intake of water flushes inflammatory waste from the pelvic area, allowing the gland to heal faster. You don't need to overhaul your life, you just need to create recovery. Because once your blood begins to flow freely again, your body knows exactly how to repair itself. The prostate calms, erections strengthen, energy returns, and that quiet frustration that's lived in the back of your mind finally begins to fade. Here's what happens when you give your prostate the chance to heal. Day 3, you start to notice the difference. The pressure eases. You wake up fewer times at night. Urine flows more freely, and the heaviness between your legs begins to fade. Day 7, your energy starts returning. That deep fatigue you've carried for years begins to lift. You feel clearer, steadier, like your body finally remembers what balance feels like. Your penis may feel more responsive, and your morning erection slightly stronger. Day 14. The swelling continues to drop. Your prostate feels lighter, the urgency almost gone. This is where your circulation starts to repair itself. Blood moves easier, oxygen flows, and your pelvic muscles begin firing the way they used to. The National Institutes of Health confirms that when inflammation decreases, the endothelial lining, the same blood vessels tied to erection strength, can regenerate within weeks. 21st day, you start to notice spontaneous erections again without effort or pills. You're sleeping deeper, moving easier, and feeling more like yourself. Your prostate is no longer fighting, it's cooperating. Day 30. The transformation is undeniable. You wake up rested. You feel grounded, strong, and calm. Even your face looks different, less tension, more color. Because what's healing isn't just your prostate, it's your identity as a man. In a 2023 Harvard Medical Review analysis, men who reduced inflammation through diet, walking, and stress control saw up to a 32% decrease in prostate size and significant improvement in erection quality. That's what happens when your prostate finally gets the oxygen, blood flow, and recovery it's been begging for. Your energy, confidence, and erections, they don't vanish with age. They vanish when circulation stops, and they return the moment you restore it. The biggest mistake most men make is swinging to extremes. They either keep overstimulating, keeping the prostate inflamed day after day, or they stop completely but then sit for hours, letting blood stagnate in the pelvis. Both lead to the same problem: congestion, a swollen, oxygen-starved prostate that keeps pressing on the nerves linked to your penis and erections. The truth is, your prostate doesn't need punishment or total abstinence. It needs balance, stimulation with recovery, movement with rest. The Mayo Clinic notes that simple consistency in walking, hydration, and stress control lowers prostate inflammation by as much as 35%. So, skipping your walks, staying dehydrated, or bottling up stress is what keeps that cycle alive. And be careful with miracle prostate supplements. Many rely on one ingredient, like saw palmetto, which may ease symptoms, but never fixes the blood flow or inflammation underneath. You can't supplement your way out of a lifestyle that keeps your prostate under pressure. Protect it instead, move daily, rest your body, breathe deeply. That's how you keep your erections, your prostate, and your vitality working together for the long run. Brother, listen to me. You are not broken. You are not too old. You've simply been living in a body that's been asking for rest, balance, and attention. Your prostate, your penis, your energy, they're not gone. They're waiting for you to care for them the way no one ever taught you to. When you give your body what it needs, oxygen, circulation, and calm, it remembers how to heal. You start waking up with strength again. You look in the mirror and see the man you always were, steady, confident, alive. If this message spoke to you, hit like. Share this video with a friend who's silently struggling with his prostate or erections. He needs to hear this truth too. And comment prostate power below if you're ready to take your health, your confidence, and your manhood back. Subscribe and stay connected. Because here, you're not a statistic, you're a brother. And together, we're ending the silence that's stolen too many men's lives.